us learn what are hydrocarbons. As the name itself suggests, you can make out what are hydrocarbons. They are compounds which contain hydrogen and carbon. So you know, if at all you are talking about glucose, C6H12O6, that's a hydrocarbon because it has carbon and hydrogen in that. Methane, CH4, it has carbon and hydrogen. Like that, any compound which has carbon and hydrogen in that, those compounds are called hydrocarbons. So, hydrocarbons are compounds containing hydrogen and carbon in it. So, this is one important part of the lesson. So, you have to learn this lesson thoroughly. Especially this part. So, hydrocarbons, it is classified into two, that is saturated hydrocarbon and unsaturated hydrocarbon. Saturated hydrocarbon are those hydrocarbon where we find carbon-carbon forming single bond. If carbon and carbon, there is carbon atoms forming single bond, such hydrocarbons are called saturated hydrocarbon. Carbon, single bond, carbon. Carbon-carbon single bond is called saturated hydrocarbon. The family of saturated hydrocarbon is referred as alkanes. So what are alkanes? Alkanes are saturated hydrocarbon which forms, that is carbon-carbon forming single bond. Such compounds are called alkanes. Such hydrocarbons are called alkanes. Okay. So remember, wherever you see alkane, like you learned now, just now we learned the methane, right? CH4 is methane. Methane is what? Methane is saturated hydrocarbon. Why it is saturated hydrocarbon? Because carbon-carbon, it is forming a single bond. It is a single bond. Okay, understood. Now, unsaturated hydrocarbon. What is unsaturated hydrocarbon? Unsaturated hydrocarbons are those hydrocarbons where between the carbon atom you find double bond. If at all it is sharing two pairs of electron, carbon, double bond, carbon. Carbon-carbon double bond, okay? Or it may be carbon-carbon triple bond if three pairs of electrons are shared, okay? So, carbon and carbon double bond, we call those family or the group as alkene. It's called alkene. And carbon-carbon triple bond, it is called alkyne. Okay? So, now let us go through this. So, hydrocarbon is broadly classified into saturated hydrocarbon and unsaturated hydrocarbon. What are saturated hydrocarbon? Just keep it in your mind. Keep it thoroughly. You learn it because all these questions will be asked. So what is the saturated? Wherever you come across a saturated hydrocarbon means it is carbon-carbon single bond. Only single bond is formed. That is saturated hydrocarbon, and the group or the family is called alkanes. And coming to unsaturated, we find two types under unsaturated. That is one which is forming double bond, carbon-carbon double bond, and carbon-carbon triple bond. The carbon-carbon double bond is called alkene, and carbon-carbon triple bond is called alkyne. So next time, anybody ask you what are alkane? Alkane single bond, alkene is double bond, alkyne is triple bond. So let us take one example for this, that is alkane. So what is alkane? Just now I told you. Alkane, it is methane. Example, methane. Okay. Ethane. Ethane. Okay. So this is saturated hydrocarbon belonging to alkane group or the alkane family. So carbon-carbon double bond, single bond we see. And alkene. So carbon carbon double bond. Okay. Example ethene, propene, like this. Okay. Ene means double bond. Coming to alkane, it will be ethyne, propane. Okay. Now, can you tell me why I am writing methane and methane? Can you tell? Okay. Let me explain why we are. See, I wrote ethane here, and here I wrote ethene and ethyne. Okay. We have propane. We have propane also. Propane, propene, propine. Why I didn't write methane, methane? Okay, let us learn why I didn't write. Before that, let us learn how to name, how to write the name based on the number of carbon atom. Then you will understand why I didn't write methane and methane. That is number of carbon atom if it is 1. Okay, so alkane group, what are those? Okay, what is it called? Okay, if it is carbon atom is 2, what it is called? So let us learn that. Now, how do we give the names? Like I told you, methane, propane, okay, ethane. How we give the name? So the name is not given by us, we know very well. Okay, it's given by an organization called IUPAC. What is IUPAC? International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. They give the name. Now let us learn how the name is given based on the number of carbon atoms. The number of carbon. So just put like this column to be easy for you to learn. So number of carbon atoms. Next is prefix. Okay. Then alkane. So we will be writing the prefix here and we will be adding the suffix. Right? Same thing here. Okay. So whatever prefix is there, you write that and you add the suffix to that name. So you will get the name of that compound. So first one, if it is only one carbon atom is there, then what is the prefix given? The prefix given will be meth. It will be meth. Now, I'll write meth here, the prefix. For this, I add the suffix. So, you got the name methane. Now, can I write methane or methane? Okay, can you tell me, can I write methane and methane? Because we know very well what is alkene and what is alkyne. Alkene, you know, it is carbon-carbon double bond. Here, methane has only one carbon. So it cannot form alkene and alkyne. Okay, so we don't see methane and methane because methane has only one carbon atom in it. Okay, so it cannot form the that is alkyne or alkene group. Okay, now if it is 2 carbon atom, this is not serial number, it is the number of carbon atom. Okay, if it has 2 carbon, then it is eth. It is eth. So I'll write eth and I'll write the suffix and you get ethane. Okay. Next, here I can write ethene. Okay, I can write ethene because carbon-carbon, 2 carbon atoms are there. So it can form double bond, right? So 2 carbon atoms is there, so it can form double bond. Okay, and again it can form triple bond also because carbon-carbon 2 carbon atoms are there. Whereas methane has only 1 carbon, so it cannot form alkene or alkyne group. if it is 3 carbon atom, if it is 3 carbon atoms, then you write prop and write the suffix. Write the suffix propane, then propene, then propine. Yes, okay. Now, if it is 4 carbon atom, then it is bute. This is bute. Okay. Butane, butene, and butane. Okay, so here carbon is 4. See, 4 carbon atoms are there. So it can form double bond as well as triple bond. Then if it is 5, so which is 5, then pent. So it becomes pentane, pentene, and pentyne. If it is 6, it will be hexane, hexene, and hexine. Okay. Pentane, pentene, and pentyne. Okay. So I hope you have understood this, how to write. So this is clear. Alkane is single bond, alkane, ane is single bond, ene double bond, ine triple bond. Okay. If it is only one carbon is there, then we have only methane. There is no methene and methine. If it is eth is there, you know ethane, ethene, and ethine. Prop, 3 carbon atom, propane, propene, propine. If it is 4, butane, butene, butine. Then pent, pentane, pentene, pentyne. I hope you have understood this. Okay. Next, let us learn how to draw the structures of all these compounds. To write the structure of the saturated hydrocarbon and unsaturated hydrocarbon. So let us learn how to write the structures of the saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon. So when we talk about saturated hydrocarbon, what are saturated hydrocarbon? They are nothing but alkanes, that is carbon-carbon single bond. For that you have to remember a general formula. General formula for alkanes is CnH2n plus 2. So if you remember this formula, you will never go wrong when you write the structure. Say for example, if you are asked to write the structure of methane. So it is CH4. We know the formula is CH4. So you know the structure. So you will write immediately C and H4. Okay, carbon-carbon double bond. Now, I ask you to write the structure of, say, propane. So if I ask you to write the structure of propane. So now you know what is prop. Prop means how many carbon atoms are there in prop? It is 3 carbon atoms. So it is 3 carbon atoms. Now how to substitute how to get number of hydrogen atoms? So now see. What is propane? Propane is 3. So carbon atom is 3. Hydrogen 2 and into 3 plus 2. So C3 and H8. C3 H8 because 2 3s are 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. So 3 carbon and how many hydrogen you will be writing? You will be writing 8. So C3H8. So likewise, we will be writing for, say, butane. So butane, so put the value, butane means 4 4 carbon atom, 4H2 into 4 plus 2. So C4H10. C4H10. So that is the structure for butane. So this dash what we are writing, we are showing that the carbon is it's sharing the electron. That you have to always keep it in mind. So one electron of hydrogen, one electron of carbon here, one electron of hydrogen and one here. Okay, so that is how it gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that, each carbon is satisfying the octet configuration. These are the electrons it is sharing. Okay, so hydrogen will get its octet configuration and carbon is getting its octet configuration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that. That is, it is sharing here also. Okay, so like that, it is sharing the electrons. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that, 8 electrons. It is sharing the electron, so it gets the octet configuration. This is for alkanes. So let us see for alkenes. Okay, how to write the structure for alkenes and alkynes. Okay, that is under unsaturated hydrocarbon. Saturated hydrocarbon you have understood. Now let us learn how to write the structure for unsaturated hydrocarbon, that is alkene and alkyne, and what is the general formula for alkenes and alkynes.